I'm hard to love, no I don't make it easy. I couldn't do it if I stood where you stood. I'm hard to love, and say that you need me. I don't deserve it, but I love that you love me good. Hey everybody, this is Blaze with Blaze Guitar Lessons, and today I'm going to teach you how to play, you guessed it, Hard to Love by Lee Brice. It's a great song. So before we get into it, please subscribe to the video, to my channel, and like the video if you enjoy it. So you can get notified when I come out with new ones. So anyway, enough of that. I'm going to get into this song. So I'll teach you the intro as well. But I'm going to let you know first, so there's going to be a capo on the 2nd fret, center tuning. Now, I like finger picking it, okay, for the intro. And I actually just like playing the whole thing with my finger, but you can do it with a pick either way. It's not hard picking. So you could basically just do, you're going to do it like a C chord, okay? So you're going to have your ring finger on the 3rd fret on the A string, and then you're going to have your pointer finger, your middle finger is going to go on the 2nd fret on the D string, okay? And then you're gonna, so you start with this one, you go, so you start with A, you go A, D, then you slide, you take this finger off, your middle finger off, you slide your ring finger up to the 2nd fret on the A string, and then it's A, D, A, D, okay? Then you're gonna put this finger back down, all right, on the 2nd fret, and you're gonna pluck D, G. So D, G, D, G, and then you come up here and you're going to have your middle finger on the 4th fret on the D string, and your ring finger is going to be on the 5th fret on the A string, okay? And so then you go like that, and then you just slide back up, okay? Slide back up to 3 and 2, and you're going to be on those 2 strings. You will pluck the G string like I mentioned a couple times when you're doing 2-0, 2-0, okay? So it's okay, that's how it goes. And you do that 6 times. So if that seems too hard or whatever, if you just don't want to, you can also just play the chords for it, okay? So we're gonna use these chords almost for the entire song. It's gonna be C, and the great thing about the song too, for if you're like newer, is it's just all down strumming, okay? So it's just C, G, E minor, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just like that. Now, I think it sounds better if during the verses, if you palm mute it. Remember that palm muting is put this part of your hand as close to you as you can to right here, okay, on the guitar, but just still on the strings. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do. Okay, so the intro, you do that 6 times. Then you do that same thing for the verse and the same thing for the chorus. The only time it changes at all is in the bridge, and there's 1 different chord, but we'll get to that in a second, okay? So it's gonna be, I am insensitive, I have a tendency to, okay? You see where the lyrics go there? So C, I am insensitive. So in the middle of insensitive, you do G. C as I am sensitive, I am insensitive is G. And you do, I have a tendency, so it's, I am insensitive. And then you go to E minor right before you go to I. I have a tendency to, tendency is when you do D, okay? So, and then you're just going to stick with that the whole time. I am insensitive, I have a tendency to pay more attention to the things that I need. Okay? That's the whole, like all the verses, okay? I know the first 2 verses. So the chorus is still the same chords, all right? So you're just gonna do, I'm hard to love, no I don't make it easy. You notice how easy that strumming is? It's the same like the whole song. You can do it a little bit different in the bridge if you want to, but it's the same. And you can do it this way, but I don't like it as much that way. I think it sounds more like this, but I think it sounds better, more like he does it this way. Okay? So the chorus is just going to be, I'm hard to love, so you do C on love, hard to love, and you do G on the 2nd love. hard to love, and I don't make it, that's E minor, I don't make it easy. Easy is when you do D, okay? Easy, and then back to C. I couldn't do it. Okay, now I'm going to give you one real quick tip. So there's a couple of different ways to do G. You can do it this way, or you can do it this way, okay? This way I think is technically called G major 7, but it's very commonly just called G and used as G. So what I'm going to recommend is that you do G this way, and where you have your pinky on the 3rd fret on the little E string, and then you put your ring finger on the 3rd fret on the big E, and then your middle finger on the 2nd fret on the A string. The reason for that is it's very easy to transition from C, okay, to G if you do that, because you're only moving these fingers like that. You go like that to that, okay? So that's very easy. Then you just put your pinky on. And honestly, a lot of times, especially if you're just palm muting, it doesn't matter if you put your pinky on. No one's going to hear it. See? I didn't put my pinky down. So, because you're only strumming those ones, okay? So, but that's how that goes. So it's, I'm hard to love, no, I don't make it easy. See, I couldn't, G is do it if I stood. Stood is on E minor. Stood where you stood. Okay? And you just go through that. Now, after you play the chorus through, then you go back to palm muting or just playing that a little bit softer, but you're going to play that twice. Okay, I think it's twice, but listen to the song. Honestly, if you're playing it for people, unless you're playing like in a band, like no one's going to notice. And even then, only the band members would notice. So then you go into the chorus, the 2nd verse, and then that chorus again. And then at the end of the 2nd chorus, you're going to go, love me good, love me good. So it's still the same chords, notice that. Okay, but then after you do that, you go to the bridge, and then it's C. Okay, and you're going to play this a little bit louder, but it's, girl, you're giving me a million second chances, and I, so right after I, you play D. And I don't ever want to take you for granted. Okay, then after for granted, you do E minor. I am just a man, I am just a man. Okay, this is called D over F sharp. All right, so it's the same thing as C. All right, if you can see that right there, see? So it's the same thing as C, but you're going to slide it down 2 frets. Okay, so instead of being, you're going to have your pointer finger is going to be on the 1st fret, just like on the, sorry, it's going to be on the 3rd fret on the B string. All right, and then you're going to put your ring finger, or sorry, your middle finger on the 4th fret on the D string, and then your ring finger is going to go on the A string. So it's just like the same fingering and everything as the C, as a C chord, but you're going to have, this one is going to be on the 5th fret, or sorry, the 7th fret. So that's, yeah, sorry, I'm doing it from where they start, but it's, so in relation to the capo, it is 4th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret, and then 6th fret, okay? But if you're looking at it and just without the capo, which you normally wouldn't do it like that, this is the 5th fret, this is the 6th fret, and this is the 7th, okay? So remember, just do it like C, but instead of doing that, you slide down 2 frets on all of your fingers. So it's, girl, you're giving me a million second chances, and D, I don't want to ever take you for granted. E minor, I am just a man, I am just a man. Notice that. Then you go back into, I'm hard to love, no, I don't make it easy. Now, I'm playing it soft. I would either play it soft right after you come out of the bridge, because the bridge gets loud. I would either play it soft, or I would palm mute it. Okay, and then after you do it like, because you're going to do the chorus twice here, so I would build it. Okay, and then after the first time I would have it be softer and then have it gradually get louder, and then the second time I would just play it like you normally would, okay? And then the outro is you just play 3 times the same chord progression as the chorus. But you could just end it like that too. After like 1 or 2 or something, I'd probably do at least 2. But anyway, that's how it goes. So it's a super easy song. It's beautiful. I love it. Lee Brice has some great stuff. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions in the comments, or request more songs to play for me to teach you next time. Thanks, guys. See ya.